No offense to this specific commenter, but every now and again we have to have this conversation where we explain why it is not at all a reach to say that the vampire transformation process as described in Twilight is racist. There are no vampires with dark skin in the Twilight world, and that is intentional. It was written that way, and before anybody says it, no, I am not forgetting about Laurent. First of all, Laurent was not written to be a black character. Stephanie's face cast for him was John Stamos. But even if that were not the case, the transformation process, as per Stephanie, written in the guide, leaches all pigment from the skin. And I need everyone to understand, because this comes up every time. People who are not white do not become white when they die. She didn't say they get a little pale, they get a little gray. What it says is the venom leaches all pigment from the skin, so that regardless of original ethnicity, a vampire skin will be exceptionally pale. The hue varies slightly, with darker skinned humans having a barely discernible olive tone to their vampire skin, but the light shade remains the same. Also, mind you, the vampire transformation process is described as beautification. There is no reason this should have been written. It does not make sense biologically or science-wise. That is not how that works. And it doesn't make sense vampire-wise either, because this is literally just something she made up. And this is not even getting into the other blatantly racist themes that are present in the saga, which I talk about all the time. How the wolves are portrayed, Edward versus Jacob, the racist rhetoric, the fact that the Quileute tribe is a real tribe, and they came out and said and created a whole website, which you can find in my link tree, talking about how they were misappropriated and never compensated. This would not be a reach on its own, but it is certainly not a reach in context of the story. You can look through my playlist and you'll find plenty of content talking about this. We all talk about it. I'll continue to talk about it, but on a related note, the very few vampires who are described as being people of color in the books, while they have light white skin because of the transformation process, they are described as feral and uncivilized. So it's not anything close to a reach. It wouldn't be a reach on its own. Very few people sit down and think to themselves, I'm going to write something racist. Regardless, it is, and it's very blatant.